just coming off of last night's battle, a good win for the team. What do you hope to see against Utah? Obviously another big one today.
Yeah, I think same mentality. We have to use the bench tonight. It's a quick turnaround, manage the puck. All the stuff we talked about Chicago, you really got to apply it again today. Utah's a really good rush team. I think we've talked about that. Very good at counting on turnovers. So game management and being a professional. This is you're back-to-back. Got to play smart. You need a lot of guys with hockey IQ to really perform today, and it's almost like a playoff style. It is a playoff style type of game for us.
What can you tell us about Hedl?
Hedl came. I talked to him today a little bit. Felt okay, nothing great. So he'll go through the every day, see how he feels type of thing.
Is that kind of a hit? Is he going through a protocol?
Yes, basically that's what he's doing. And so going, like I said, he's had a few in the past, and we'll see how this thing turns out. Sometimes these things can rapidly turn good, so you got to stay positive on this.
So he's basically day to day.
As of now, I'd say yeah.
And the trip depends.
Yeah, the next 40 hours, we'll see how he feels. Yeah.
The veracity of the hit. Are you a little surprised that there's been, player safety hasn't ruled any way in terms of any sort of discipline?
Well, I don't know. I just know even myself. I try to tell our players, when you're about to hit a guy, if you see his name, you got to abort it, or you got to let up. So that's just the way you got to approach the way this game is, because those are danger hits.
Are you worried that this kind of sends the wrong message around the league? I mean, you staple a guy like that, and nothing comes of it.
You know what? I just think it's I have faith in that those guys know what they're doing up there, and you just got to continue to educate. That's my job, educate the players that you can't do these type of hits.
With Hedl out, does Amon slide into the
Yeah, Amon will be
center.
Yes, basically, yes. Yeah.
A couple of one-goal losses to Utah, a team off the rush, and some of them very well.
Yeah.
What makes them so good?
Well, like I said, I think Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, Cooley. Listen, this team has had a lot of draft picks over the years. And they've hit on a couple, and eventually, no offense, but when you haven't been that good, you're going to get draft picks, and these young guys are going to start to play well, and that's what they're getting right now.
You had Cooley Keller as a rookie in AZ, had a good camp, and suddenly he gets 20 goals. Kind of struggles to get back, and now he's a 30-goal. Why is he a 30-goal guy now?
Well, he's in the mold of this, like the Hugheses and Matthews. I call them like they're hockey nerds. Like Clayton spends a lot of time on the ice. He works on his game as a skills coach. Very rarely takes a lot of time off in the summer. Always working with the puck, shots, shoots a lot of pucks. I think he has a shooting gallery at his house. He works at his game, and he's a top 10 scorer in the league. And there's a reason why. He puts a lot of work in that kid.
Just getting back to Hedl briefly, you mentioned about a pack mentality. It's tough in today's game to have a designated guy, a nuclear deterrent.
Yeah.
Do you need that today, or the game's changed so much?
Yeah, I know people are making a lot of it. Dixon play another shift. I know a couple of guys on our bench said something. You want a pack mentality. Let's face it that way. We want to be a tough team to play against, and you don't want people to take liberties against anybody, especially it's just not your star players. It's everybody.
You had such good chemistry on the bottom six last night. Were you tempted to bring somebody up, or was it always natural to slide Nails up?
We talked about that. I know, you got a couple of recalls left. You got to be careful you don't burn them. I mean, that stuff's over my head. You got to be careful. So we got to be strategic. Plus, I think Lettermacki could come in and do a nice job for us. We can maybe shuffle a line. Maybe I don't want to shuffle the lines too much because I've liked the chemistry of some of the lines. So it's it's the next man up mentality.
Would Lettermacki stay on the right side, or
Yeah, I'd rather him stay on the right. Probably put him with Almond and O'Connor. I think that'll help that line have some speed, and it'll help Lettermacki, I think. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking to do.
How do you play the Junior versus Mancini card?
Yeah.
Because you want to see them both, obviously.
So these are tough calls. Me and Footy discussed it all morning. When things are somewhat even, you always tend to go the righty-lefty thing. You want to keep the righty there, but that doesn't mean you can't. I don't think there's a wrong answer. It's one of those you can either way is a good way of doing it.
Love that hit.
Every point matters now. Sure helps playing in front of these fans, so we'll try to keep it up. Thank you.
Congrats. Get some rest. Thanks, Murph. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.